But anyway, how are you guys doing so far? How are you doing, by the way? Demon Foxy, Big Bang Zinga, 𝗦ście𝗰𝗶𝗹, and Lucas has had to get going real quickly. I cannot speak properly, oh god. Cinder, and yeah, that's pretty much it, as well as Adu. Oh my god. My stomach is trying to like explode now because I only ate dinner like a few minutes ago, and currently my brain is officially fried because I did not take a nap. I am currently how do I describe it, in the state of being almost completely sleep deprived, sleepy, but yet also very energetic because I cannot, even if I try and like go to sleep, I just cannot sleep. So I cry. But anyway, how are you guys doing though? How did you get the song for the intro? I can't find it anywhere. It's literally, do you guys not see the thing that's like in the middle? Let me just make sure that it doesn't like play the volume because it will be weird. It's right there. It's Serenade to the Sun. Oh no, it's actually Serenade to... This one's actually a B-side Bandcamp exclusive thing. I don't think you actually can see that anywhere on YouTube, because I know that I got this from like the what's the word? It's not a deluxe album. It's like an extended album thing for 𝗦ście𝗰𝗶𝗹, and that's based on the you know, the well-known sort of Ember album where Formed by the Glaciers and stuff like that is. So as far as I remember, he also like uploaded or published like another like an extended album that also had like a few B-side discs, technically, and that was one of the sort of like tracks that were added, and I really like it. And of course no one uses it because no one knows where the frick you find it. So anyway, so did I tell you I went to NZ? It's so pretty, says Yeety. Nice. Oh, you had a pretty nice time in New Zealand, by the way. King Shard, welcome back. But yeah, big pog though, guys. It is starting to get a little bit colder, except my body is still warm because I just came back again from a commute, and I'm currently wanting to sleep, but I cannot because we still have to do the hardcore thing. So I'll do the bare minimum 2 hours, because I do not trust my energy levels to stay as high as it is right now. It's actually going to start declining very slowly. So I wouldn't expect the stream to be over like 2 hours long. It will probably be exactly at 2 hours long, and then I just want to rest. I just want straight up rest. And why the hell do we need to start with a music review? Okay, you know what? You guys deal with a music review right now. If you're watching this from the VOD channel, rest in peace. You guys have to basically encounter this sudden cut here immediately. Anyway. Let's see, what tracks do I want to... I'm gonna listen to this. I'm gonna start listening to more Sonic Frontiers tracks, because I really like the sort of ambiance of those tracks. Anyway, JT, welcome back, JT. Alright, so we got a basis on this wall over here for what the sugarcane farm is, so basically we just have to do a nice simple copy and paste of the design to this other wall over here. In between these two farm modules, if that's the right word, honestly, in between these two farm modules, I guess, is going to be 5 blocks of basically corridor. And I'm trying to like decide if I should add like a staircase to go up, so that way I can see through like multiple different levels of the sugarcane farm. But I think without it would be better, honestly, because it would just be a bit too crowded inside this 5 block wide corridor. So I think that's pretty fair for where it is right now. So anyway, since basically we have to waste a lot of time, we're going to start getting work done on this new sugarcane farm. And hopefully, it's going to work okay, because I actually have not tested the full functionality of this. So if it doesn't work at all, then I'm going to cry. But it should work perfectly fine, as far as I know. I mean, so far, like, all the mechanics that we're going to use are proven to work. So I'm going to assume it's not going to cause any problems. I hope. Maybe, I guess, like, the biggest worry I have is that, like, how would it be collected? Because I actually don't know if, like, I think as far as I know, it can be, items can be collected through a full block, using a hopper and stuff like that, but I could be wrong. But I did test it out with magma blocks, so it does work, as far as I know. So if I throw this... Because I know it actually works only on, like, half blocks and stuff like that, but then I've seen other blocks that work fine with it, so... very interesting. What the hell did I use before? Oh, the magma blocks. Okay, the magma blocks had to use, like, a freaking minecart system, right. Okay, and that's gonna make things a little bit more tricky, but still doable, because so far we've accommodated a little bit of the extra height for more storage space at the end. So we would have to put, like, a rail system over here, and then like a collection system down over here to make sure that there is, yeah, there's a way to collect the sugarcane. So, yay, that's gonna definitely not be an absolute pain in the arse to set up again. Oh boy, so basically we need to get rid of these, I don't know how big the, oh frick, I don't know how big the collector system should be. Actually, I'm still trying to debate whether it's a good idea or not to still use the minecart, hopper collection system. As far as I know, we have to do it, because the sugarcane, in order to make this as compact as possible, the sugarcane would have to be broken on top of the, sort of dirt, or, as far as I know, there isn't any, like, growable, sort of, like, block sugarcane can be on that isn't a full block. So, using... yeah, I think the only thing we can use is like a minecart hopper collection system in order to make sure we collect all of the freaking blaze sugarcane, or else we're just, yeah, screwed. We can't really use hoppers or anything like that as I would plan, but oh well. It's not like we already worked with rails before, so this is not really a huge problem anyway. So we need to expand this area by an extra block, so that way there's enough space for us to fit in like a collection system. And everything would still be hunky-dory, honestly. 𝗦chị𝗰𝗶 says, yes, math. I mean, it's technically not math, but yeah, so far it's just Minecraft logic being logical. Or illogical, to be more exact. Just Minecraft knowledge being whack. Yeah, this would have to be like a stone brick sort of thing. Alright. This will have to be raised, because a rail system has to be implemented around through here. Now, how do we get the collection system? Oh, God. It's been a while since I've worked on like that sort of like automatic like hopper collection system sort of thing, and from my experience it's always so freaking finicky to set that up. So yeah, we'll definitely need to like figure out how we can make that work properly. Now I have to also decide as well, should the minecart go in like a loop across different floors, or should I do one minecart hopper per floor? Would that even... yeah, that's really, really whack. I'm trying to think what is the best option I can go for, because some of this stuff is kind of making me a little bit iffed. Considering that all the small, like, farming it's hard to label whatever the frick, but each observer is connected to the same, like, wire that connects to all the pistons. So if one sugarcane plant fully grows, then it will just break all the sugarcane that's on the single plot of like farm or whatever like that. I can't explain shite in terms of like different parts of like the farm module. How do you even label like different parts of like a farm in order to like explain whatever? So basically all this is connected by the same redstone line, and if one fully grown sugarcane plant is detected by the observers, it will just break all the even unfinished growing plants or whatever. So what I'm thinking, in order to make sure that this doesn't go in like an endless loop, and this probably would make sense, is that if for each row or each floor of these sugarcane farm modules, they would have their own collection minecart, which is a hopper minecart, and their own sort of like collection system and whatnot. So whenever a sugarcane plant is fully grown and gets detected by the observer, that redstone signal not only breaks all the sugarcane, but it also activates the minecart hopper to go and collect it. This approach will be better than having to basically put this minecart going on a loop back and forth into like a plot of like farmland that has absolutely nothing on it. And I guess it's a bit more efficient, but how in the bloody hell would that work? I mean, so far the only solution I can think of is that there is... well, all I know is that, like, for the way that the collection system we need for the minecart hopper to work, it needs to use a gate and a comparator. And the logic of how that works is that if the minecart hopper gets into this collection system and gets trapped by, like, a gate, which is powered by, like, whatever contents... it's hard to explain, Jesus Christ. It's hard for me to, like, dumb down, like, redstone logic and redstone stuff to, like, people that have absolutely no idea how to... comprehend this, unfortunately. So wouldn't the sugarcane be pushed at least one block anyway? I mean, not if you block it off with glass like this. Like, if you block it off with glass like this, then that becomes literally a non-issue. So yeah, I'm just trying to like figure out what's the best way to collect it, because all the frick me. My brain. All the shuriken plant droppings or items or entities, whatever, is going to be landing directly on top of only just the dirt blocks. There'll be a glass sort of like thing over here to make sure that no other like there's no other space where like the shuriken drops to be elsewhere. So collecting the shuriken using the minecart hopper is not the problem. The problem I have right now is how do we make sure that it doesn't go on an endless loop all the time when there's nothing needing to be collected. Also, hi Blue, thank you for the 27 months, by the way.
Hello.
Hello, hope you're doing pretty nice. So it gets pushed one block right into the hopper. What? Hopper right next to the dirt like it's now? And no, it can't do that. Because if it breaks, there's a chance that the shuriken farm, or not shuriken farm, the shuriken plant, once it breaks, it doesn't go directly in the block in front. So what I'm trying to like understand from like what you're saying, Cinder, is that I should just do this. Put a hopper right next to like the dirt block like so. But the thing is that if a plant grows up and then gets broken by the piston, the item would just go straight down over here and not always to the hopper. So basically what you have is just a line of like uncollected shuriken and only some of it going into like the hopper line, and it's gonna be very, very stupid and whack. So to also clean up, so we're not gonna go for that. So the only method I can think of is basically working on like a rail line down over here with a minecart hopper that will go on from like this point over here to this point and back, because you can easily like have them head back over here, back over here and whatnot. Oh my god. How do I describe logic? How do I describe logical terminology to people who don't know what logical terminology is? I think I'm like losing brain cells trying to dumb things down, and not in like a meaningful way. Like I'm trying to like dumb things down to like something, but it's just like you're oversimplifying stuff to the point it gets too confusing, and that's what my brain is trying to avoid. But if I try and make it too complicated, no one is gonna freaking understand. I hate this. I freaking hate this. Anyway, Edie wants to do another music review, so anyway, to all the VOD viewers out there, you're able to, like, I guess avoid my way of technically trying to explain how a freaking minecart collection system works, or minecart hopper collection system works. There we go. You know what, I can't even speak shy anymore. So anyway, while Gorillas is playing and whatnot, and we'll review whatever track this is, because Edie's having a fun moment for whatever reason. We'll see how good this goes while I try and use my memory to remember how to rebuild the minecart hopper, the minecart hopper, unloader, which is what it's supposed to be. The minecart hopper with a hopper inside, unloader, which empties all the contents of the minecart hopper into something else. There, I can't explain shite anymore. Okay. I'll worry about that, and then the VOD viewers would unfortunately have to deal with a cut like so, and they're gone now, despite like the airy soundtrack still going on a little bit. Anyway, I guess we'll spend the good old time of trying to like understand or remember how the frick do I build this sort of like dropper system. Oh my god, not dropper system, like hopper, like unloader system. Oh god, my brain cells are slowly beginning to die. Not because of, like, me dealing with stupid stuff, it's trying to dumb down the stuff. It's hard for me to explain what the frick am I doing. I hate it, especially when people are not really, like, you know, most of the people watching the stream are not really, into, like, logic or anything like that. Pain. Anyway, I'm gonna try and memorize what the frick do I need to do in order to... You know what, I'm actually gonna bring up, like, not bring up a YouTube video, but I'm gonna, like, search on, like, Google real quick to see what is the minecart, not Minecraft, minecart hopper unloader thing, because I need to like get that design in my head properly again, because it's been a while since I worked on this. It's supposed to be like a single tile thing. Why do I need to use all right, the minecart. Okay, actually that's actually going to make our lives a little bit more easier, because like in 1.19 you can actually destroy the minecart hopper without it separating into like a minecart and a hopper as both different, like, separate entities. Like, oh my gosh, I literally forgot about that. So that's gonna make our lives, like, literally more easier in terms of, like, that idea that it should not just, like, loop around back and forth from, like, one end of the farm to another. So basically, all we have to do is get some sort of thing to, like, instantly break it, so that way all the contents of the stuff can get easily collected or something like that, and then whenever a pulse is made, yeah, like a pulse is made for the sugarcane farm to activate or whatever like that, it'll send another, like, minecart hopper through, and it's just, oh my god, I'm literally a genius. I'm kidding. I'm not much of a genius, but, like, it actually makes a lot more sense of what we need to do. So let's see if I can get, like, an 𝗦𝗌𝗀 tutorial through, unless, of course, someone wants to do another music review. I'm gonna probably take a look at this one, because this kind of makes, I don't know if it would make a lot of sense, but, I mean, it's 𝗦𝗌𝗀. 𝗦𝗌𝗀 makes some interesting stuff here. I need a hopper minecart. Yep. You guys can't even hear this as much as I think, so that's gonna be kind of weird. Let me see if there's any other music that we can listen to while we're following this along. How loud is this? The biggest problem that when it comes to, like, 𝗦𝗌𝗀's videos is that he's often very quiet. I mean, I guess that's not really much of a fault of his own, but when it comes to, like, doing streams, it gets kind of hard to really show what he's saying. Also, incoming ad break, by the way, to those who are not part of the Fox Squad, or to those who subscribe to this channel, because you might experience a bit mid-roll ads pretty soon. Anyway, big boy Brandon, welcome to the Fox Army, by the way. How long is the cooldown? Usually like 90 seconds. I think it's around 2 minutes or something like that. I can't remember. Actually, I could quickly check to see what the cooldown is, but I think it is roughly around 2 minutes, I think? Because I don't remember putting it at 5 minutes, but then again, I could be completely wrong. No, it's actually literally a minute, so you should be able to redeem it any time if you want. Hey, Toasty. Hope you're doing pretty nice. Okay, enlighten me, 𝗦𝗌𝗀. How the frick do we make this, like, minecart hopper unloader thing? Alright.
So it uses the fact that the hopper minecart here snaps on the rail here. Is partially inside of the cauldron.
It's partially inside of the cauldron. My god, the 5-head plays. The 5-headness of this. Rest in peace, Cinder, apparently. Interesting.
So I adjusted this a little bit to make a one-white tileable version.
Oh, a nice one-tile version of this. So it blocks it over there. It gets past this active, this, like, thing over there.
Is aligned a bit differently. So we use a...
Okay, so from basing on this design, there will be an observer that'll be detecting not an activator rail. Holy frick! A button? What the heck is that thing called? It's like a pressure plate on like a rail. I forgot what that specific rail thing was called. So anyway, an observer detects that, then it goes through a note block, and note block has very specific properties for redstone, so that gets detected by another observer, which then is detected by, not detected, but like it will be then sending the signal to 2 droppers? Is that 2 droppers, I think? Or actually 2 dispensers, I think. I'm presuming that's what that is? I know what that thing would be, but anyway, Cinder wants to do another music review. So to all the VOD viewers out there who are completely and utterly confused about what's happening, unfortunately we're doing another music review. Enjoy this. I cannot speak properly, my mouth is going to die, and I also still need to work on that bloody freaking unloader that I still have absolutely no idea how to construct, because I legitimately have not built an unloader thing in probably... What was the last time I worked on like a sugarcane farm sort of thing? I don't freaking know. My brain. Okay, anyway, wrong view. I always keep forgetting to choose like the right view here. Okay, so back to observing whatever the frick this is. So so what I see here is I think that is 2 droppers, not droppers, sorry, dispensers pointing upwards, and that's gonna push. That's gonna push the collected minecart hoppers through here, and it's going to go up through here. What I'm trying to like understand is how exactly is it able to separate the items, but I guess it's also just down to like a weird like item glitch sort of thing, so I don't know, honestly. Unlike the chain idea, this is a lot more tileable, which is honestly good for compactness. I mean, then again, we don't really need to go for something that's very tileable, but at the same time, you know, to avoid having like a huge footprint in terms of like collection systems. This is actually not too bad.
Just go back into the drop back.
All right. So the only two things that I have in concern right now is that we need amethysts, which we don't have. The mud block is easy to get because we are literally right next to, like a few hundred blocks away. We can easily find like a mangrove swamp, so mud is easy to get. We already have like access to the nether, so lava cauldrons are easy to get. The only thing that's a bit of a gripe is to try and get as I don't know if it has to be big amethyst buds, but I think it has to be big amethyst buds, and that is a little bit more... It's not impossible, but it's a little bit more painful in some ways, though. So anyway, we'll see how things go later on.
This is done with this detector right here.
Anyway, so yeah, that seems to how that seems to be how it works, as far as I know. So this is basically the system. Wait, can we just go with just using like wither skull heads? Wait. I need to listen to this. What are you trying to say?
Amethyst cluster, you can also use a skull, but depending on the farms you have, this might actually be cheaper.
Depending on the farms you have, this might be actually cheaper, and that is true, because we have, like, actually more, like, wither skulls. And from my experience with, on my 2-year hardcore world that we lost, like, 2 months ago, or 3 months ago, is much more easier to farm wither skeleton skulls than amethyst shards. In fact, like, I think in vanilla Minecraft to this day, it's actually easier to, farm, like, skulls than literally, amethyst stuff, so... Yeah, I think we're probably going to go with the wither skull method, because it also works, and we have plenty of them.
You could also use a half-eaten cake.
You can also use a half-eaten cake. That's,
yeah,
so that's amazing. So you can use cake if you want to do that, so cool. We're just going with the wither skull method for this.
You can also get rid of the hopper minecarts, and they wouldn't cause any static lag in the end. That's actually a big advantage we have finally.
Okay, cool. This is a bamboo farm in action, which is laggy AF, but that also demonstrates the usage of, like, these sort of systems, so that's cool. Can you show us how to build it, please? Because I legitimately have no clue how to build this thing. But then again, it probably is also very simple to follow and build, because it's literally a very simple thing to do. Yep, he doesn't even have, like, a tutorial thing or whatever, so we just basically copy the sort of, like, shape and the sort of like block layout of how things are, and then hope for the best. I don't know how well that's going to go, but I'm going to keep this up because I do not trust myself in remembering stuff. Okay, so it's 4 blocks. Wait, 1, 2. Okay, so what we can do is have this laid out over here. So it's 5 blocks. So the entire thing is 5 blocks. Or the entire, like, thing would take up, like, 5 blocks in length, or the entire function of it will take up 5 blocks of length. I can't speak properly anymore. So, how that'll work, I'm gonna use white stained glass to demonstrate the length of this tileable. Well, it's tileable, but we're gonna waste up a lot of space, but whatever. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. So we have to put the sort of weird incline thing over here in the middle on this side. And over here is where the items are going to be dropped. And then they'll be put into storage chests and stuff like that. So that makes sense. So basically what I'm getting from this, from like the diagram you see from the top right, and everything's on freaking bloody water. Thank you, game. Is that we need to maximize the space by up to 5 blocks, or else the entire thing will not work. Cool, that is definitely not a pain in the arse. How you doing, by the way, Jethro? Hope you're doing pretty nice, by the way, Jethro. Hope your day's been doing pretty well. This is really gonna, like, what's the word? Maximize the space of our sugarcane farm sort of collection area, but yeah, this could theoretically fit. And the biggest worry I have right now is that there isn't enough vertical space to accommodate additional chest storage areas here. So this is basically where the items will be dropped. This one this one stained glass block. So the only way we can collect an item or store an item is to put 2 chests over here and a hopper down over here, which leaves us this much room to fit in for extra storage once Actually, it would be worse because we cannot we can only fit like a single double chest for storage of a sugarcane farm. And my experience with building sugarcane farms like this is that it's gonna definitely take a lot of storage if you've been AFKing or been working on something in like the general region where your sugarcane farm is. So, logistics and brain damage aside, do I want to raise this up by an extra 2 blocks again? Should I raise the design of it by 2 extra blocks? I mean, it's my freaking farm. No one in the chat is giving me the directive to build this. Like, every single time I bring, like, a sugarcane farm into, like, a poll for what we need to do for, like, any type of stream, they always completely destroy it. So, yeah, for the sake of, like, not breaking my mind and also, yeah, not breaking my sanity, we're gonna raise the height again from the base by an extra 2 blocks. And that should allow us, like, ample room on the bottom floor for storage in terms of, like, you know, storing all the sugarcane once we get this farm operational. Because this is a sugarcane farm anyway. Okay, so basically everything has to move up by an extra block. So that's lovely. And also I had to get rid of all the water over here again. So that's also bloody lovely. So time to clean this area up again and see what happens. Oh boy, I mean, I could also start mining down, but I also don't want to, like, do stuff underground. So even though underground will be an option, I can just leave everything as it is. I don't want to touch stuff too much underground, for a multitude of reasons. One of them is actually I'm thinking of, like, a project idea that I can do underground, but for the sake of consistency, we're not going to do anything, like, underneath, like, the surface or whatnot. So anyway, you're going to see this view. I destroy the sort of structure of the farm for a bit and rebuild it to make sure it matches the same, not the same, but the specifications that we need to do now, because brain damage. Okay, so we're gonna grab some of this, grab some of these, and we're gonna start getting rid of all the water over here. So all the dirt is gonna be removed. How you doing, by the way, 𝗦chị𝗰𝗶𝗹 or should, or just Finn? Hope you're doing pretty nice, by the way, mate. Hello, hope you're doing pretty nice, and welcome to the Fox Army, mate. Hope your day's been doing pretty nice. Alright, time to swim through here. Oh, I love freaking death striding. Okay, anyway, time to fill this area in. Make sure all this is completely filled in. There we go. And now we have to collect all the all the redstone related stuff here, because we need to raise this by an extra block. Sam, welcome to the Fox Army. Hope you're doing alright. But anyway, we'll just keep on going until someone probably redeems another music review, I swear to God. Like, the more people like keep redeeming music review, the more I'm convinced that I need to up the price by a small bit to avoid, like, these changes from happening all the time, I guess, but I don't really know, honestly. Alright, hi Iron Golem. I'm a German firefighter, nice. Hope you're doing pretty well, though, Finn. Yeah, I'm gonna raise it up by 2 blocks. Yeah, I'm gonna raise it up by an extra 2 blocks. That'll give us plenty of headroom for storing a crap ton of sugarcane. And that should give us, like, 2 extra levels for storing stuff, so that should be pretty much more than enough, I hope. Okay, anyway. Remove the dirt. Let's see, we're gonna try and make sure that these areas are nice and closed in. Is that the right word? Or whatever. Right. I'm trying to make sure that I know how to freaking build this again. Anyway, 𝗏𝗏, welcome to the Fox Army, 𝗏𝗏. Hope your day's been doing pretty well. Alright, so observers will be on the top over here. Just like so. I don't know if it's easier doing this in, like, a very weird reverse order, but whatever. At least we're getting the job done. How's your day, by the way, Aspen? Alright. It's slowly falling to night, which is what I would always expect. Oh, I have an emergency. If you need to get going, then Finn, then go. I mean, that's a job for any firefighter. Alright, Aspen says they're not doing too bad, so that's good to hear. Not doing too bad, it's always pretty okay. But yeah, glad to hear you're doing alright. Alright. Come on. Can I place down all these pistons before the night falls and then have to deal with mobs after this? Okay, there we go. I'm so good at placing down blocks. Get out of my freaking bed, freaking Gabby. Get out of my bed. Anyway. Stay hydrated, by the way. Always stay hydrated. Okay, so we raised it up like pretty far high. So I swear to God, if this is not high enough for us to fit in that minecart unloader system, I'm gonna be so freaking mad. Alright, there we go. So there's gonna be a block like this. Anyway, that's definitely not gonna make the bottom areas a pain in the arse to fill in as well. So we need to fill them in. I don't think, yeah, I cannot use all this empty space for like storage or anything like that because of how hoppers are weirdly laid out, I guess. I mean, technically we could, but yeah, it's gonna be a bit of a weird sort of mess to deal with if we have to go for that, but who knows. Alright. Feels like I'm building like like some sort of monument. Alright, so this is where the water canal is going to be. Or where all the water is going to be, like, contained. So all we need to do now is fill this with dirt. I think it's probably wise if I get rid of this block. So that way we can fill the water a little bit more easier. Why is this room suddenly beginning to get a little bit hot? I swear to God, I hate this. I hate the amount of insulation that it's in this room, like, or something. I don't know. My brain hurts, or my brain is just not working properly today. All right, block this end. If I did this, I would have demolished the whole thing before I raised it. Would forget what blocks I already raised in a matter of seconds. Yeah, that can often happen quite a lot as well in terms of like making big builds. So often it's just good to like focus on just small things and whatnot. Well, at least we have like the tools and the capabilities and also the end game status of being able to like iterate through ideas like this. It always would be painful to restart progress, but as long as it's just a minor thing, just like raising up like stuff, even though you're not finalizing your farm, then that's also worthwhile. Or not too painful. Alright, that's all filled in, and once again, so we can fill this in, carefully not accidentally fill in the source block of water, because that'll be very bad. There we go. So that's just the first floor. First floor for where the farm is going to be. Then we have the collection system itself, or like the unloader system itself. So this will be, I need the white glass again so I can plan this out. Where's the white glass? There's the white glass. We need, technically we can use this block as like a way of like using this unloader. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks of headroom, plus this block over here which is made out of mud, in order to make sure that something related to the minecart or whatever like that is able to break properly. Right, so it's oriented like this. This is sort of like the layout or pattern or length of the thing it's going to be. It's not perfect, but it's doable. And since it's tileable, it's not going to conflict with each other or having another module right next to each other. But then again, I don't know why you will want to put this. Okay, whatever. So it should be fine, as far as I know, once we start implementing this. Well, again, also need to do a test run to make sure everything is working. So that's also a major problem that we'll have to deal with. But in the meantime, let's see if we can try and make at least like a working example of this like minecart unloader. Using 𝗦cie𝗰𝗶𝗹 sort of layout thing and see if we spot any problems or not. So what we need is a very fanciful amount of things. We need 2 observers, that's a check. A note block, I do not have that. 2 dispensers, I do not have. A mud block, and a block that will break the minecart hopper, which could be either an amethyst crystal, freaking mob head, or even literally a half-eaten cake. So I don't think we're gonna go for the half-eaten cake option, and I'll just go straight towards just using wither skeleton heads because I already have some. So that'll be a doable option, I guess, for us. All right, let's see if we can find like that mangrove swamp that I found like such a long time ago. Like it was like literally one of the easiest mobs that we ever found, despite it being pretty new. if we can find it again. It's been a while since I've like actively wanted to look for like a mangrove swamp, but then again, we always keep finding it wherever we travel, so probably would be still relatively easy to find. Relatively easy. I think it's actually over here in this direction. Apologies if I can't speak properly in any sort of way. My brain, unfortunately, is like kind of sleep deprived and dead. I did not take a nap, and so far my brain is suffering the consequences of that. Anyway, what's over here? Just some interesting obsidian stuff. Oh, that's a geo. That's a pretty nice sort of find. I mean, amethyst geo, that's going to be pretty useful for like getting the amethyst stars, but yeah, you can stay there. I'm not going to rely on the amethyst geos for using or making the unloader thing. Okay, where the bloody hell is the stupid bloody thing? I swear to God, we already found like a mangrove swamp, like literally, I think like an hour to the start of like the entire Hardcore World series, or this stream. No, not this stream. Like this Hardcore World when we first created it. Where the frick is it? Where did I go? To the point where I actually found one, because I remember finding it very easily. It was probably in the direction where I walked to, from the Acacia Village. So it's probably somewhere over. No, where's the Acacia Village again? Just so that way I know what the point of reference is, because God, my God, my brain is going to die. Right, that's the savanna biome, and that's the village. So where did I go from there? Did I go over in this direction? I think I went over in this direction, so maybe it's around here? Maybe it's around through here, or maybe my brain is dead. I don't freaking know. I do remember it was nearby like a shared savanna biome, but when we flew through here we didn't find anything. Oh well, we'll just go through here and see if there's anything else we've missed. Anyway, that's our trading village over there. Like, I literally, okay, it makes me sound like I'm crazy, but I vividly remembered us finding, like, a mangrove swamp, like, literally a few hundred blocks away from where we, spawned in. But now I can't find one. What the bloody okay, I'm gonna open the screenshots menu to make sure that we're not heading in the right, sorry, wrong direction. Let's see if we're heading into the wrong direction, I think. But yeah, I remember vividly, finding one, like, nearby to where we were. So let's see if I can get the screenshots, because I remember taking a screenshot, I think, of where those mangrove swamps are, and I don't see a screenshot. That's a reassuring sign. How the frick did I not have a screenshot of the freaking swamp biome that I found? Bruh. Okay, anyway, this is going great. This is going great. It's a great stream right now. I'm definitely not... I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. I shouldn't be crazy. Where the heck is it? These are far away traveling. Screenshot. What the frick am I doing? Okay, well, I'm not relying on this. Let's go and, there was another savanna biome that we found, and we could probably take a look over there to see if there's any, mangrove swamps. Oh my God. I mean, okay, the last resort would then have to be grabbing some, like, no, I got rid of all my glass bottles, so we had to make new glass bottles, fill them up with water, and then just, like, turn dirt into mud. That's the, alternative option, but that is also pretty annoying to make. So preferably, I don't want to go for that method. But yeah, let's see if we can try and find a mangrove swamp and steal some mud from there. The one time we're looking for mud and we cannot find any mud. Are you kidding me? Alright, anyway. Maybe it's around through here? Usually if you look hard enough in swamp biomes, you'll be able to find like a bigger version of a swamp. That is my sort of advice, or like sort of observation that I've found. If you're able to find a swamp biome, if you're able to look hard enough, you'll be able to find a big ass swamp that is a mangrove biome. I think actually it's a different name. It's like a mangrove swamp, I think. Witch hut over there, which is useful for gunpowder or other related witch farm things. What the bloody hell? I swear to God, I found like multiple mangrove swamps nearby. Why? What the frick? Why is there absolutely nothing here? Mayonnaise, how you doing by the way, Mayonnaise? Hope you're doing pretty nice by the way. I swear to God, this game is gaslighting me. Like, oh, you didn't find a mangrove swamp. It's all just regular swamps. No, I swear to God, I did find a mangrove swamp. That was actually relatively easy to find a mangrove swamp, and now you're telling me there's no mangrove swamp? They're all just regular swamp? Okay, anyway. I'm not mad. I'm not mad at all. I am tired, but I'm not mad. Okay, let's head back over in this direction, I guess. I guess the game says, no, it's not there. It's not there, Fox. You're stupid. It's somewhere else. You traveled somewhere else that you found a mangrove swamp. Or maybe there was no mangrove swamp whatsoever. Even though I vividly remember finding one. So maybe we go in this opposite direction. But these are just mainly islands that we've sought after, or not sought after, but looked at earlier. And still absolutely nothing. We're just gonna do a huge freaking circle around through here. Why does that remind me of the saying, I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed, LOL? I mean, I don't know if I should feel mad or disappointed in myself in terms of this. I mean, I think the only thing I can blame is myself in terms of, like, handling through all of this mess. Out of curiosity, I think I've taken a look at this mountain cave area before. This feels familiar, or looks familiar, but I don't know if I've actually taken a look through here. Because I remember finding, like, a deep-ass cavern full of deep, dark stuff. No ancient city indications yet. But yeah, I did see, like, a deep, dark cavern area that we've been to. But I cannot tell if that's the same place we've been to before or not. Oh well. Hang on, what the heck is that? It's just like sand, like, or... I thought for a moment that was like an underwater stronghold for some reason, but like it's just weirdly placed sand. I hate that. Okay, ocean monument over there. A bamboo forest right over there. That's pretty cool. That's right next to a cliff face, but it doesn't help me finding a mangrove swamp. Have we gotten the adventuring time achievement? What is the last adventuring time thing that we're missing? Hang on, not the statistics tabs. Advancements. What are we missing in terms of, like, adventuring? We're missing what other two biomes? I guess a deep, dark, or ancient city biome, I guess? But what other biome? We found a Mushroom Island biome. We already found, like, multiple jungle and other freaking biome. What other biomes are we missing? I legitimately cannot think of any other biomes that we're missing. I like the vibes of this entire island, though, or like a group of islands that are part of a jungle sort of thing. That honestly is pretty nice, and I really like this nice stony shore that's full of death. So this is a nice sort of vibey tropical area. So props to them. That's a shipwreck. I thought that was a Mushroom Island for a second. Yeah, this is completely new. This is definitely new terrain areas that we haven't been to yet. But I'm liking the vibes of that jungle island, honestly. Definitely would consider working on a project there. That is, if this hardcore world stays alive long enough to see that happen. I'm just trying to look for a mangrove swamp. I literally found, like, multiple mangrove swamps when we were just, like, exploring areas before when we started this world, and I was like, oh, that's cool. But then again, they're so common all over the place. I keep finding them. It's just whatever. And then now, then the one time we're trying to look for them, it's just hot. I'm probably stupid. Maybe I'm just looking in the wrong direction, as always. I probably am stupid. But maybe that's what the game wants you to think. I'm kidding. I don't want to be conspiratorial in terms of that. Anyway, let's go back to 0-0. Try and go back to where our spawn area is and see if we can try and, like, catch our breath a little bit on what the hell we keep finding. But anyway, nice to see that nice sort of jungle island sort of thing over there. That honestly was really cool to look at. But yeah, so far our chat has been pretty much dead or chill. So I'm just gonna let you guys vibe. That is the jungle biome thing that we found, I think, earlier, or is that? I think that's a different one. Just a slightly different one, I think, we found earlier. We are getting a little bit more closer to spawn. Why is that? Why is this made out of dirt? I don't know why that caught my eye. I thought it was like something else. But then again, it's made out of dirt. Anyway, our search for mud continues. I mean, sure, I could freaking make mud, but I'm not. We found the Mushroom Island again. Is this the same Mushroom Island, or is this a different Mushroom Island? Because as much as I want to get my hopes up, this is a completely different mushroom island. This most likely is the same mushroom island we found like a few weeks earlier. So let me just double check on the coordinates to make sure that this is not a newly generated one. 1,200 and 1,300. Yeah, this is not new. Don't put your hopes up. This has definitely already been found like some time ago. But this also means that we're nearby some desert areas that I was actually looking to explore, or not explore, but looking to see around if there's like a mangrove swamp biome nearby. Because I don't think we've checked around through here yet. Hey, Sir Penguin. Hope you're doing pretty nice, by the way, mate. Hope your days are doing alright. Okay. So there's the acacia village that we've always keep seeing whenever we need to get some more sand. So somewhere I believe around through here is where the where our spawn region is. We're getting close to spawn. So yeah, this is the savanna biome that'll lead up to where we need to go in terms of like where the spawn region is. Yeah, there's the spawn region right there. Okay, so I think we haven't taken a look around this area yet. Why can we not find a freaking bloody like mangrove swamp? I remember. Okay, whatever. The more I keep saying it, the more I sound like I'm being crazy. But I swear to God, we saw like a couple of like mangrove swamp biomes so easily founded like right in the midst of our travels. See, it was literally right over there. Whatever. I'm just being crazy. But hey, there it is. Found these super easily. It was right next to the savanna biome areas that we're trying to look for after going completely weird ends. Alright, anyway. I need to steal some mud. I don't know how much, so yeah, 20 is more than enough. Interesting glow. But yeah, nice mangrove swamp. Pretty nice. Anyway, well, it turned to Wednesday an hour and 24 minutes ago, so it kind of just started, so get some sleep, especially if school or something, but then again, it's all up to you, I guess. But yeah, please get some sleep. I'm gonna get some creeper gunpowder stuff because I am low on that. Why is there so many skeletons over there? Jesus. Alright, I do not want to explode. I do not want to... And there goes my gunpowder. Frick off. I do not want to explode. I do not want to explode. Goodbye. Anyway, any more pickles I can easily grab because I am kind of broke out of gunpowder. Despite me having a creeper farm that isn't fully completed yet, so that's that excuse. Sleep is for the weak, so I don't need it. I mean, you're gonna be weak if you don't sleep anyway. So, okay. Sleep is for people who want to be rested in the morning, which is what you would need. Otherwise, you're just gonna be feeling completely dead throughout the entire day. Alright, anyway, let's keep going back over here. Like, I really don't know the sort of culture behind, like, people enforcing the idea that sleep is for the weak. When, ironically, if you don't sleep, you're just going to be extremely, like, feeling ill throughout the entire day because you just did not get enough sleep. And this is from my experience of being sleep deprived multiple bloody times when I was in high school. Not freaking worth it at all. Yeah, it is a joke, but, like, some people actually take it way too seriously. And it just makes me question how the frick did that become like some sort of like cultural thing now. Like, people joke about it, but some people are actually taking that into heart, which is really concerning. Anyway, yeah, we just ignore those crazy people. Hopefully. How do we not know that you're not a crazy person? I'm kidding. But yeah, that is also a good point. How do we not know that the person who said that is also not crazy? Alright, anyway. Let me just quickly bonk these guys. Thank you. Nice chainmail armor. I'm just gonna ignore you because you're not worth my time. Alright, let's keep bonking these guys. How do we not know? How do we know that you're not a crazy person? Exposed. Okay, anyway. I mean, then again, I'm the person who's telling people to go to sleep, though, so. But then again, who knows? Maybe I don't practice what I preach. I mean, then again, I have to, like, wake up early tomorrow, so I have to sleep for today. Why do you have a punch bow? Why do you have a punch bow? That's not allowed. That's not allowed. Get out of here. Anyway, I need to, like, I need to commute early in the morning because my class decides my freaking like schedule was like, oh yeah, you're taking university classes, you're a university student. How about you come to our city campus at 9 a.m. And so I am currently in pain whenever it's a Thursday or whatever like that, because I need to commute at around 7, because it takes an hour to get from like, well, like an hour or so to get from like where I live in like Auckland to the CBD where my universities are. So fun, absolutely freaking fun. And I have to also add extra minutes because sometimes the commuting sort of option I would choose from is just unreliable AF. So thank you. Anyway, I kind of don't have to worry about waking up early because I'm homeschooled, which honestly is a big plus. Until you go into the workspace and they would ask you to like be awake at certain times, or else you'll be, I don't know, disciplined for being late or something. So fun. Okay, anyway. I get up at 4 a.m. for school, which is, yeah, very big painful. So yeah, big yikes. All right. Anyway, so we got some mud. That is literally the first objective. Now we need to make. Why did everything just suddenly get wiped out? What the frick? Okay, what we need to make is some note blocks. How in the bloody hell do I make note blocks again? It's been a while since I made note blocks. God, my stomach. Let's see if I can remember how to make this. Wait, this is a note block. It's literally wood with like redstone in it. Amazing. The note block texture, by the way, does look different because I believe I'm using a texture pack or some sort of like mod or something that allows you to like see what the note is being played. Very useful for, you know, like knowing what the note you're trying to like get for a note block sort of thing. Okay, anyway, I need to get some wood and turn that into stuff. Great. I'm so good at segueing to different parts of the stream. Okay, anyway. Anyway, I get up at 10 for school, so that's pretty reasonable. Then again, some people still want to force people to wake up at like 7 in order to go to school at 8. Which unfortunately is still a major problem here in New Zealand, because every single school, as far as I know, or any high school to elementary school still does classes starting at like 8 to 9. It's still painful. Alright. Let's go down over here. Break some stuff. Ba 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 ba. Let the plants die. Okay, anyway. Yeah, one of the best perks about being homeschooled is that you don't need to commute and all that stuff. I mean, there's also like that sort of argument if you apply to like remote like work and stuff like that, and it just sucks to see like employers saying, "Hey, we paid for office space. Why the frick are you remote working and stuff like that? Get back into the office," when it's so freaking stupid for everybody to go back to the office and commute and all that stuff. The fact that that's still being a problem to this very day is so freaking stupid. Okay, anyway. Enough about me ranting about like work culture problems. Anyway, let's see if we need a cauldron. We need to get some cauldrons. That is the next thing we need to do for this list. We got the mod blocks. We don't even have the dispensers, so we need to get that. We also need to get that sorted out. Frick. But that should be relatively easy to do. And then 2 observers, no block, a cauldron with lava in it. So that's helpful. And when I mean helpful, a bit of a pain in the arse, because that means we need to dig into our iron supply again in order to get the cauldrons. And yeah, we also need to make the dispensers, so fun. I'm going to convert this into cobblestone, because I don't think we actually have any more cobblestone. So frick. I think we might need to steal some more from like this area over here as well, because we need that to make the dispensers. Lovely. Alright, there we go. Flying this back all the way over here. And then we have to make ourselves not iron pans, a cauldron. 2 cauldrons and not droppers. I forgot to make the bows. I'm so good at the game. 9, 12? It's 3, 3, right? Yeah, 3, 3. So, or 4, yeah. That's good enough. Then we make ourselves some dispensers. Yeah, bows do not stack. Bows do not stack. That's how painful making dispensers is. Oh god. My old school started at 8 a.m. says Raven. It was absolutely hell. My new school teacher starts later though, so I'm happy about that. So that's good to hear. Big yikes though for schools that start at 8 a.m. So yeah, start at like 8 a.m. or earlier. Like it's so freaking. There's like studies published about like teenagers not able to like attend school very well at like earlier and earlier times. But like of course those who are like I don't know in like the later generation or like early generation of like people or whatever like that who control like the school board and stuff like that be like, well, in my time we were able to like not only walk up hills and not have to deal with like transportation and electronic sort of bicycles or something like that, but we also make sure we have the discipline to get on time and an early time so we can start off fresh every single day. And then they just think that would apply to literally everyone else who's young. Anyway, gotta love logic like that. And yeah, it's really stupid. Okay, anyway, let's see if we can try and replicate the design of how this would work. And I'm gonna hope, actually, let me quickly grab my tool chest real quick. Also, forgot to mention, incoming ad break to those who are not part of the Fox Squad. So you might experience some mid-roll ads, and that's gonna actually help us pay for a lot of wacky bills, because bills are whack. Being an adult sucks, and yeah. Any amount of like time watching ads actually helps support the channel, so that's always highly appreciated, by the way. Of course, you can always subscribe or do ! Ko-Fi to donate via Ko-Fi on my Ko-Fi page, and that doesn't take any fee. That's also an option if you want to go for that. Okay, so we need, so how this is orientated, well, but two dispensers like so. Why are you pointing over there? 2 dispensers like so, pointing up like this. A hopper is going to be placed over here. And then there's going to be a cauldron. I do not have the lava yet because I forgot to bring the lava. So that's going to be filled with lava. Wait, no, I did this already wrong. I need to get rid of some of the glass already. Frick. Alright, so I need to replace this. Don't mind me breaking that without a silk whatever. Okay, anyway. So, mud block over here. Like so. Oh, we need a half slab or something. That's definitely not a pain. Okay. Do I still have like a half slab or something over here? Yeah, plenty. I mean, technically we can make some more if we want to. While we're at it, let's quickly go to the nether and grab some more. Actually, no. I'm going to be even more lazy and know that there's a lava pool over here, so we can steal lava from there instead. Oh, I'm a genius. Okay, anyway. This is going to be slowly emptied after a while. The more we keep using this poor lava pool. There probably is like a lot of extinct lava pools whenever someone trying to work on like a farm or something. Poor lava. Okay. So how this works again is that there's a half slab that is positioned on the lower half of the mud block. Just like, no, not like that. Just like so. Right. Then going back through here, we're going to put down the 2 not droppers, dispensers. I'm so good at labeling blocks. Place down the hopper over here. That doesn't seem right. Yeah, that doesn't seem right. I need to raise this up again. I'm a freaking idiot. Let's do that again. So we need to put the dispenser down over here and then over here. Hopper over here. I'm going to use this as a way of staircasing stuff. Put a cauldron with lava inside of it over there. And then we'll have like an activation system pointing from over here. Over here. The note block is going to be over here. And then there's going to be an observer on top over here. That way it'll detect like some sort of pressure railway thing and allow the thing to happen, I hope. Okay. In theory, this should technically work. We just need to add like a skull head over here, but that's easy to fix. Because observe. As I remember where I put all my wither skeleton heads. Unless I turn them all into something. There we go. Perfect. Oh, great. Someone wants to do another music review, so that's perfect timing. And Cinder says, after realizing something called G8 when we had school for 12 years, we have now G9, so 13 years. They say they have less hours in exchange, but somehow it's the exact opposite. That is really, really yikes. Yeah, I have zero comment on what the frick that system is about. That seems pretty stupid. I mean, 13 years of total, like, a mandatory school isn't too uncommon, but the fact that they had to, like, increase hours for, like, the last year is so stupid. Like, what are you trying to gain from that if people are trying to get ready for university? That seems very bizarre. Anyway, Geneva Stokes. I have legitimately never heard of that artist by the name of Habits, I think? Or Geneve? I literally have never heard of them before. Anyway, so all the VOD viewers out there, it's time for another music review, which means you are not going to be able to know what the heck is going on with the stream. So here comes another music review happening right now. Anyway, time to get some more music on my playlist done through. Okay, so we got the pressure plate, so we need to make the activator rail, because that's what it's called. No, detector rail, my god. Why is it called a detector rail if it doesn't have anything to detect? Okay, anyway, or it technically detects something being on top of it, but it's, yeah, I don't understand either. Okay, anyway, we need some more iron, because it needs actually 6 freaking pieces of iron, so that's lovely. Time to go back over here. We got 6 detector rails, because you can. And now, yeah, I also forgot to, like, turn some of this into fireworks, these poor gunpowder stuff. But we'll worry about that later on. Alright, going back to the design of 𝗟𝗏𝗀𝗀's single tile, like, unloader thing. It is an or like a detector rail positioned on top of the observer around here, right? And then rails going all the way up through here that are not powered or part of like a power chain or whatever like that. And everything else can be powered from this point onwards. So cool. We'll just have to set this all up and pray to God nothing is gonna go absolutely horrible. I have some powered rails. I'm gonna lay that out over here and see what happens. This is gonna be an absolute tedious mess to set up, by the way, because I do not have like scaffolding or anything like that set up around through here. So just don't mind me. 3, 4, 5. 5 blocks should be plenty around through here. God, now I'm having flashbacks of me like watching bits of clips of like 𝗦cie𝗰𝗶𝗹, like holy frick. It's a really interesting film though. It's pretty much like the definition of light-themed horror. Is that the right way of describing it? Definitely the true definition of juxtapositioning horror, where you have more lightish themes and more seemingly innocent vibes, and then it turns into pretty gruesome horror. It's interesting though. 𝗦XXLZ. Hope you're doing pretty nice, by the way, mate. Honestly, if there's like an A24 film that I would always suggest, it would probably be that film, because that is a pretty interesting film to really critique and analyze a bit, I guess. Okay, so we need a candidate to see if this entire system works. And that is to make ourselves our own minecart hopper thing. So we need to steal even more iron from our own iron farm reserves. Great. So let's see if this would work. I'm going to switch views back over here again. And see what happens. Hopefully nothing is going to go horribly, horribly wrong. Minecart over here. Hopper on top like so. And we're going to see if this works. I'm actually going to throw in the full screen view so we can see if this goes horribly, horribly wrong or not. So, I forgot to power on the rails, but that's fine. Because we have the power of, you know what, I'm not going to use... Well, actually, technically I could use, should I use redstone torches or redstone blocks? Frick me. For this purpose, I think we can actually get away with using redstone torches, I think. Let me see if I can try and position them in a way that we can actually just activate the, where it just only activates the, parts of the rails that are need to be powered on and stuff like that. Let's see. I'm trying to find a way to hide that. Innocent vibes and suddenly there's human meat pie. No, it's innocent vibes until you realize that wow, this is not a summer camp. Wow, or sorry, this is not a spring camp or some sort of like proper thing. Wow, this feels a bit too cultish or something like that. And then wow, these people literally fell off a cliff and had to like die because that's part of their something wacky tradition, and then it just snowballs and then you suffer. Okay, anyway. Let's see here. Yep, that's gonna be powered, so we can leave that over there. 𝗦ście𝗰𝗶 or 𝗦ście𝗰𝗶. Hope you're doing pretty nice, by the way, Josie. Hope your day's been doing pretty nice, and welcome to the stream, mate. Okay. Okay, in theory, this should work. I hope. I'm gonna hope it still works, because I don't know what else to expect from this. So if we have a minecart over here, and it goes... if it goes... hang on, let me just move this a little bit more over in this direction. If it goes over here, and then it comes back, what it should do is then get broken by the lava, and it didn't get broken by the lava. What the frick am I... Wait. What the frick am I even missing? I think I need to move the... Wait. Do I have to move the wither skull? Wait, what? Do I have to move the wither skull? Or what? A wither skull should be able to be an easy replacement, or does it have to float? Oh, don't tell me it has to float. 𝗦ście𝗰𝗶𝗟𝗶, by the way, and 𝗦cije𝗰𝗶𝗹, welcome to the Fox Army. Hope you guys are doing pretty nice, by the way. Mango, why did you lie? Why did you lie? I mean, you probably haven't lied. Maybe I just haven't followed the instructions correctly about how to properly execute something like this.
Instead of using the amethyst cluster, you can also use a skull. Depending on the farms you have, this might actually be cheaper.
It might be actually cheaper.
The no block here.
So wait,
You can see now the...
I don't think this has been patched, I think, hopefully. Because theoretically you could use something like this, I think. Okay, hang on. I am getting a little bit of a confusion vibes out of this. Did I make this wrong? I don't think so. As far as I know, everything looks to be pretty much alright. Oh wait, maybe I have to like make some sort of weird glitchy thing where there has to be a rail down over here. Maybe that's the thing that I'm missing out of that. Alright, test number 2. Let's see if that like causes something to happen. There we go. So we need to put this rail down here in order to fool itself into thinking that there is, you know, something over there. So there we go. And then we have our minecart hopper back. And all we need to do is put like another one over there so that way it gets transported back up and then it just recycles the entire thing back over again. So yeah, this technically should work now. Or this entire like collection system would work. And as long as nothing goes horribly wrong, we should be pretty much fine, I guess. Let me see if we can try and like... okay, so if there's like a redstone... Not a redstone thing, but like... Whenever like there's a pulse from like these sugarcane farm things, and it activates, is there a way we can transport this up by something? Or is that not gonna work? Why is that not working? Why is this like resetting itself all the time? What? Okay, hang on. I am very confusion. Maybe I'm doing this wrong. Anyway, Jumpy Fun Kid says, hi, have a good stream. No worries then, mate. I'll see you next time. And Talent, I already said Talent456. But yeah, hope you guys are doing pretty nice, by the way. Guys from like, somewhere, I guess, from recommended, I believe, I think. Hope you guys are doing alright. Just don't mind me trying to understand how a freaking minecart unloader works. Just don't mind me with this. This is just me trying to understand redstone stuff that probably isn't gonna be great. So we're just seeing what is the issue with some of the things that we're seeing. Maybe it's because I'm powering a thing over there. I think that might be the reason why it's acting a little bit weird. Alright, so that now completely disappeared. No, it's with me right now. Okay. Alright, so let's see if... So we've seen this thing go back down over there. If we place down a block over... Not this. If we put a lever over there. What is that going to do? Why is it going back over there? That doesn't seem right. Is that supposed to happen? Okay, hang on. Maybe if we add like another minecart with a hopper nearby for it to replace, that would cause it to like drop something. The reason why I'm testing this sort of weird thing is that like I want to have the functionality where if there's a pulse being made or like if there's a signal saying that the sugarcane's ready to be collected after activating the pistons and whatnot, we can use that to like just send a minecart hopper through, but for some reason it's telling us we can't do that? So I need to like see what the heck is the sort of like properties of this this sort of like unloader thing. My inventory is an absolute mess. Do not look at it. What do you use to display the display number, time, or day number, time, etc.? Is it a TP? Is it a texture pack? No, it's not a texture pack. It is a fabric mod by the name of... My brain hurts. It's a fabric mod by the name of World Time. You can search up World Time in Modrinth or CurseForge or just in Google. Yeah, Fabric World Time. And it's a nice handy mod that you can install and configure to however you like. It's really handy for showing these types of things. For especially if you're streaming and people keep asking you what is the current time that you're currently living in or whatever like that. And you can take a look at the direct links to all the mods I use in this hardcore world or fabric or whatever like that through !mods as Cinder has demonstrated. Alright, let's see this work again. Okay, I need to push this because we cannot demonstrate this if it doesn't work. Go! Tell us what the frick is going on with this thing. Okay, it has done absolutely nothing and now everything is stuck back over here. What the frick? Maybe it's supposed to be a dropper. This maybe have to be a dropper? I don't know. Why is it acting very bizarrely like this? Maybe it is a dropper. It has to be maybe a dropper, I think, and not a dispenser, because a dispenser is has better not characteristics, but it has these characteristic to send something. So maybe it is just a normal dropper, not a dispenser. Okay, let's see what that is. I think droppers are the only like container thing that it can also send through vertically and stuff like that. So I think that also works in that sort of way. All right, there's only one way to test this out. How you doing, by the way, Ninja Kazar? Hope you're doing, by the way. If you're using Fabric, then using Optifine is unfortunately not an option. I think there is a Forge option for cursed sorry, I can't freaking remember, but hey, at least we know that this thing works, so that's good to see. Almost, and for some reason it's pointing in the wrong direction. I think maybe if we just signal it out, maybe that should be fine. Okay, I still need to do more experiments with how the display thing works. Okay. But anyway, just do !mods, take a look at the mod. It just loops itself around. That is both cool, but also worrying, because how do I make sure it doesn't do a signal like that? Maybe I can put like a redstone clock or something? To make sure that it only just throws in a single tick? Because basically we're now having to deal with this loop again, which I don't want. I don't want to have this wacky loop again. I think we have to like, what's the best way of solving this problem? So far the only solution I can think of is that, we need to put in like some sort of like delay? Or some sort of sustained signal from this. From the poles that's being made by like the, detector rail. Oh my god, what the hell? Oh my god. Okay, anyway, cube edits with !mods. Goblin, how you doing, by the way, Goblin? Hope you're doing pretty nice. Dropping item dispenser, like right click, I guess. So far droppers have the characteristic of like sending items through different containers. If you point their nozzle into anything, which is demonstrated through this mechanism that you see right here. What I'm trying to figure out is how to make this into like a one-use sort of thing until it receives another redstone signal. Maybe if I get rid of the note block and replace that with a solid block, what would that do? Well, it'll do nothing, right? Unless we send in another signal, right? If we send in another signal, like another redstone signal, would that force it to work, question mark? I mean, yeah, by the looks of it. But how do we throw in a signal? Okay, maybe we can add like a redstone dust here. What's that gonna do? I'm trying to make sure that there's a way we can make this only a one single use thing. But as you can see here, it's still looping. How do we make this not loop? How do I make this not loop? Maybe we should just limit the maybe I should limit the amount of observers that are there. I think that might be the only solution I can think of. All right. So if we activate this, if we remove the other observer, what would that do? It just keeps going on a freaking bloody... I mean, if you want to make it tileable, I guess that makes sense why there's like the observers and stuff like that. But yeah, this is not helpful. Not helpful that much. Maybe what we should do, since we have to, this is not going to be a tileable design because I'm following 𝗏 𝗏𝗀's like design being it like a tileable sort of thing. We can get rid of the observer here, get the input or like the redstone signal from the like the detector rail itself instead of like anything else, because that is also sustained, and that should theoretically also work. I hope. I don't know if it's going to power up the Bob signal. Yes, it does. All right. So okay, that could work. Trying to make this into like a single loop only and not like an entire like sort of thing. So hopefully this should work. I hope. I don't think I have any major faith about it, but it could work. Let's see. Why does your game look a little bit different to normal? It could also be because of like me not enabling like the shading around blocks. It looks a little bit more flat. I kind of like that aesthetic a little bit more. It's similar to like Grian's sort of like perspective in Hermitcraft. Okay, now we have a bit of a problem. This boy is being whack. It's like dispensing something where it shouldn't, so maybe we should replace this with an observer. Have that observe. Okay, I messed that up. Okay, let's see. Have that observe that that redstone tick, and maybe that solves the problem, but I have a fear that it would not. But the fact that it's phasing through the thing is not really entirely helpful, because we want that sustained signal from the detector rail. No, it's not looping again. God freaking damn it. Frick. Okay, this is what we call a conundrum. I'm trying to think. What is the best way to do this? 𝗏𝗏, you can take a look at the !mods tiny URL sort of link, and that leads you to a Google document, and in there should be like the shaders disable mod that I'm using. So you're able to do that in your own Minecraft instance if you want to do that. How you doing, by the way, Misty? Right, so we need that sustain thing. If we get rid of the sustain, if we get rid of this observer, yeah, to have that one pulse sort of like thing, what will result is that the wait, do we force it to actually like work properly? I think we may be able to force it to work properly now. But I'm not gonna put my hopes up because we still need to deal with like other issues with this stupid thing. So I think we're able to like do that. There might be hope. There might be hope. But that happens. This stupid freaking problem happens. Oh, it's because we accidentally locked... I think it's because this redstone signal is gonna lock the hopper. Oh, that could be the problem. Let's see if we do this. I mean, this is not gonna do anything. If we send a redstone signal through here, this is just rough testing, by the way, so this is not gonna be official design. If we do this and force it, why is it not going up? Oh, I have it in my inventory. If we force it to work upwards, that is not a freaking minecart. Wow, I'm so good at throwing in the right bloody item. My God. So if we put, where's the thing? Oh, it's over here. Okay, so we put the thing over there and have that activate. Right, it's gonna put a pressure plate through there. Oh, but it's still gonna go through there. What the bloody hell? Okay. Anyway, see you later then, Ninja Kazar. I'll see you later then. Or I changed my decision. It's up to you if you want to go to some sleep or not. I mean, we're just troubleshooting some weird redstone stuff. You know, just doing some redstone stuff here No, don't mind me. I mean, we're editing like the design from 𝗏𝗏, who's way more experienced than I am, but whatever. Trying to think of like some ideas on how we can make this work a little bit better for our needs. I could just follow like a different like tutorial or a different setup to this that fits my demands, but I'm also like someone who is how do I describe it? I'm someone who really wants to just learn how to make their own things. So that's what we're doing right now. So we know this works. If we have, there has to be like a single pulse tick of some kind. Oh, God. But yeah, see you later then, Ninja. Get some good rest then, mate. Alright, what are the ways where you only get one pulse after enabling and disabling stuff? That has to be a gate of some kind, right? Oh my god. Okay, anyway, let me just drink some water. Alright, so the issue we have right now is that because of the nature of a detector rail, because there's an on and off status, whenever a minecart goes past it, it will do the on status and then turn the off status. That is 2 pulses that is detected by the observer. With this setup, this allows it to be in a loop. It'll be able to be unloading the materials because of like it dying through the cauldron and then being sucked through the dispensers. But thanks to that second pulse, that's also going to force it to go back up again. So, the thing is that we're trying to figure out what is the method on how that works. Why is it bad that it loops? Does it unload? If it doesn't not unload, if it does? Well, practically it's not bad, because so far it will just forever like go up and down, like loop all the time, waiting for materials to be collected. The thing is, though, is that sugarcane farms don't always need to be collecting, need to be having something to collect materials until the thing activates, you know? The pistons activate because the observers detect the fully grown plants. So, for the sake of performance and not having freaking tons of rails moving all over the place, which is what we're going to do to this sugarcane farm eventually, is having multiple of these railway lines in each of these modules of sugarcane farm. We just need to do it once, where it needs to go from point A to point B and back, and do it once because of the sugarcane farm activating and stuff like that. What I may be thinking is that maybe this entire setup is a little bit overkill. Maybe we don't need to have this exact setup work out. We could just use a different way of setting this up, maybe. I'm trying to think about how this would work. Okay, let me try and like do some experimenting. We can maybe modify this entire design in a different way. So if we get rid of all the other stuff, if we get rid of all the I can't break the dirt blocks because water. I mean, then again, the rails are not going to be destroyed, but it's just going to be looking like a mess. So if we put a rail through, if we put like a minecart through there, I have absolutely no idea how we're going to push this thing, so this is going to be a bit awkward. There we go. Yeah. So, okay. From that test, wait, let me see if we can try and like keep it consistent. If we can try and make this into a bit of a loop of some kind. Because I swear, this has always been giving us inconsistent results if it's like destroyed once and not on a loop. If we get rid of that sort of like detector rail sort of thing. Okay, so it actually would work completely fine. What? Why is my brain hurting even more now? What the frick? Okay, anyway, okay, so according to that logic, we can just do that once and just leave it as it is and it will work fine, right? Wouldn't it cause that? That's so... Well, there's a... Okay, that was the single-use thing I was looking for. And, preferably we don't want to lock the hopper and stuff like that so the thing cannot be collected immediately, but... Wasn't it not working before? My brain hurts. Okay, whatever. I think we just basically just solved the problem. Accidentally, and that is just to get rid of that detector rail sort of thing. So that way it doesn't weirdly glitch out in some ways. So, yay! Problem solved, question mark. This is why I don't go into like the field of redstone too much. Or minecart related stuff. It just gets... It starts to hurt your brain a little bit. Okay, so let's see if like I can't speak words anymore. Let's see if we can do like an active run of how things should go. There will be there will be an observer pulse that'll be made. Let's put something down over here. I'm trying to demonstrate. I'm trying to like replicate a scenario where if there was like a sugarcane farm or like a module activating, it will send out the minecart hopper to collect the materials. Let's see how things would go. Put in our subjects. Okay, so imagine it's like completely empty. There's no like minecart hoppers out there, and then the sugarcane farm, one of the sugarcane plants at the sugarcane farm fully grow up and hits the observer over there. The redstone signal pulses, and then boom. We now have a thing that collects everything, all the sugarcane farm or sugarcane entities and stuff like that. It goes into the thing, unloads the stuff, and then goes back to idle. And then the next time it like does a thing, break that, and it does the same thing again. And it should basically work. Hallelujah. We have basically solved the freaking problem by just getting rid of like one section of the thing. So, yeah. That's basically it, I guess. All we need to do now is put in like a sort of hopper down over here to... Maybe... Okay, we need to do another check. We need to do another like thing. We need to put like a hopper down here to collect the materials, right? So I'm worried now because of like the position of where the hoppers are. There's two different hoppers around through here that like the minecart hopper is gonna head into a different hopper or something like that, because we need to have like the sugarcane collected over here. Maybe we'll just use a water thing, maybe? I mean, there's ample space, but we'll do a quick check to make sure everything is working. Anyway, woohoo, indeed. Woohoo for like redstone wizardry, I guess. I don't freaking know how to describe this. Okay, lever on. Turn it off because it just needs to be pulsed. Comes back. And it goes into which hopper? This hopper or this hopper? This hopper, apparently. Okay. Let's do like a field test run by filling it with random stuff. Field test run time. By filling it with random stuff, where does the random stuff go? Into the thing it goes, which is actually really good to see. So nothing else should be going there except for the minecart hoppers. Oh, okay. With all that done, with all those checks done, we are safe to go and implement this into a massive scale. All we need to do now, actually, the first thing we need to do is make a working farming module and make sure that there isn't any surprise problems that would occur as a result of setting this fully operational. So it's time for us to do what we call, I don't know what we call it, like a proper test or an operational test of said farm, and hope to God that nothing is going to go horribly wrong. And at least we will see if there's any weird kinks that we need to fix and stuff like that. So, I mean, that's probably the best for this entire farm. Alright. There goes water spilling everywhere, but thank the Lord for the, was it 1.19 or 1.18 that they added, like, the ability to have rails not get completely and utterly destroyed by water? Because thank God that's a thing. Because it's gonna save like a lot of like rail systems from like being flooded, and also allow for underwater rail systems as well. So that's always cool. Okay. All right, since it's only just a single pulse thing, I'm not gonna be too worried about like. Oh, you know what? Actually, I'm kind of worried about. The biggest thing I'm worried about is that the signal of this entire thing is actually not going to be strong enough. I definitely should have tested this before. But yeah, let's see if we activate this, how far does the redstone signal go? Yeah. There's a hard limit to how far redstone can go, and I may have made a bit of an oversight on that. Ah, frick. For that, there could be a simple fix, as far as I know. Watching this while sucking in Fall Guys' webhead. Good for you, I guess. I'm kidding. That's pretty whack. But also, anyway, hope you're doing pretty nice, by the way, webhead. Yeah, forgot about the small oversight that there is a hard redstone signal limit for this. So where is the furthest block that it would go? I think it's down over here, I believe. This one? Alright. So basically, there is going to be a circumstance where, like, wait, maybe we can just put that there? I'm trying to, like, think what is the best way of solving this issue. Because we have to put, like, a redstone relay eventually. Somewhere. To make sure the redstone signal is consistent to all the way to the end. So we need to put a redstone signal, I think. So with that... Wait. Okay, hang on. Let's see what's the furthest distance that this thing can go. Yeah, up towards where that block is, alright. So what we need to do then is put, like, ourselves a redstone repeater between that block and whatnot. Do I have a redstone repeater still available with me? Because I need to, like, relay that signal. No. Oh, frick. We have to make another one, I guess. Or, sorry, we have to make another, like, a redstone repeater then. Lovely. I'm gonna call it a relay, because that's basically what it is also in real life. Okay, there we go. Do we have some redstone torches? Nope. Okay, then we'll just make our own. Let me just quickly go to sleep, get out of there. Gotta love dealing with redstone shenanigans, as always, on stream. I don't know how entertaining this is for you, but this is how you problem solve crap like this. Oh, God. Alright, redstone repeater. Add that to the end over there. This would mean that there's always going to be one part of, like, the farm that's not going to be fully observant or whatnot, but whatever. You don't need to tell them that. Alright. So there's always going to be a chance that it might not completely work, but it's whatever. At least it works. At least it now fully is powered, but yeah, that is a little bit of a hindsight issue that might be that might need to be addressed or might need to be taken into consideration, but it should not cause any problems as far as I know. Okay, so this would go down over there and power this block, and as a result, it will release ourselves a minecart hopper. So this should work, as far as I know. Why is it not working? Is the signal literally not strong enough? Okay, that's a bra moment. How you doing, by the way, Razor? Hope you're doing pretty nice, by the way, mate. Seriously, is the redstone signal not that strong enough? Are you kidding me? From, like, this far? Alright. Bruh. Okay, anyway. Wait, hang on. I can't even tell if the redstone signal's not strong enough. Alright, this is going great for diagnosing issues like this. Alright, if I activate this... No, there is redstone signal, so why is that not activating anything? How is it only activated up towards there? What the heck was the special property? Do I have to, like, activate the thing itself? I swear to God. Okay, let's see if that is the contributing factor to this just not working properly. My inventory is such a mess. God. Most of the stuff I have in my inventory I should not need. But then again, I'm so lazy at, like, organizing my stuff, I just don't care. I'm an idiot. Alright, let me just quickly put stuff that I don't need back over here. Just like so. I need to get rid of one of the hoppers over there. Alright, let's try that again. Trying to do a hard test. Did I just see it, or am I blind? Okay. Got a lot of thinking stuff like this. Gotta make sure that I'm not losing my mind. I feel like we might need to just put, like, a repeater down over here in order to make this thing fully work properly. So we have this weird looping thing like so, and voila, it's powered. I hope. Well, I have to make sure it's, like, not completely active all the time. It has to be a single pulse. Okay. I think that should hopefully work. I think that after all this setting up and whatnot, the entire thing should work. If it doesn't, I will cry, because I am not gonna destroy my brain even further for this at this point, I guess. I know, by the way, Cubes, I already said hello to you, Cubes Edits, but welcome to the Fox Army, though. Okay, the repeater down over there. And as far as I know, there's a minecart hopper set up over there. Perfect. And now we test to make sure that this collection system works. By just breaking this block, that thing is sent through, and then it returns back. Hallelujah, the system works. Okay. All we have to do now is do a proper run of the test. Because while the redstone signal is set out, I mean, this irritates me, but whatever. It's only just a small hiccup to the entire thing, and honestly, it probably wouldn't be a big deal anyway. All we need to do now is put in some test run subjects. Is that even the right word? That sounds very whack. Let's put in some, like, actual, like, farming stuff that we need to make sure that the thing works functionally. And see what happens. I also need to organize the frick out of this inventory, because it's complete and utter garbage. Okay. Let's throw this back over here. Sticks can go back over here. All the bucket stuff can also stay over here. That stays over there, and this can go over there. And redstone can go back over here. Alright, let's get some sugarcane and do like a proper test of this. Also, incoming ad break if you are not part of the Fox Squad, by the way. Alright. We can plant in some sugarcane and see what happens. I didn't add glass to the edges over there, but that's okay. I mean, I could actually do that right now while we're at it. Let me just see if I have some... I do know there's like a lot of spare glass left over. There we go. We'll grab some of that. And then place it in between these areas here. Oh my god. Please. Please, game! Let me land here. It's already 2 hours into the stream. I need to get some sleep soon. Okay, anyway. Go! Okay, there we go. So, speed bridge tactics. And I fell. And that's fine, because we can just place down the blocks here like a pleb. Okay, there we go. That's one. Things over there set off. Now we need to make sure everything else is raised. So that way sugarcane does not immediately fall off in the wrong direction. Alright. So in theory and function, this should work. It should be collecting the thing. The minecart should be able to collect all the sugarcane that is dropped. The sugarcane entities will not be, or the items will not just clip through the glass wall or something. Everything should work. Everything should absolutely work. Unless it doesn't, then I will cry. So let's do a bit of a test. So there we go. Bit of sugarcane gets dropped. Minecart comes in, comes over here, does the bloop, and we got sugarcane over there. Yeah. Also, we have still a little bit of a problem. We have this stupid redstone thing being in the way, so we'll still need to fix that. So yay! It's not completely fixed, but oh well. At least we know that in theory that this would work. Also, it's a rainstorm right now, or thunderstorm happening. I'm going to go straight to sleep because I do not want to deal with wacky mobs in my land, please. Anyway, XF hope you're doing pretty nice, by the way, XF if that's how to pronounce your name. Hope your day's been doing pretty well, though. I swear there's like a redstone way that we can actually, like, deal with horizontal, or not horizontal, vertical, like, things like this. I think we have to use half slabs? I think half slabs should work. I think. Let's see if we can try and use half slabs for like this sort of thing. Let's see. I know there's like ways you can transport redstone, and there's actually like single directional like ascend and descending sort of like things, but whatever. Time for us to do a little bit of experimentation, because that's what we do on this channel, is to experiment random bullshit. Let's see here. You should just call me Fusion if that's easier. That's no worries then. Oh yeah, X-Fusion, that makes a lot more sense now. My brain hurts. But yeah, I hope you're doing pretty nice though, X-Fusion. Time to do some experimenting. How are you doing, by the way, Cubes as well? Alright. I think this would work, question mark? Meh, meh. And there goes water. I thought this was a block I placed down, and it was something I placed down, but for good reason. Alright. I have zero clue if this would work. It probably doesn't, but at least I tried. At least I tried to make sure this thing can kind of work. And that's all that matters. Okay, whatever. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if this would fully power the thing. Question mark? No. It's only ascending only. God damn it. Redstone ladders. I need to research real quick. Redstone ladders. I am gonna extend the stream for me to like a redstone ladder stuff. I'm gonna search up stuff so that I can solve this problem before I lose my mind. Torch tower only up, only up, only down, only torch cascade down only. What the frick? Torch cascade. Alright, my brain is beginning to slowly hurt. So up, combine upward ladder, piston slime tower. No, I'm not doing that. Okay, anyway. At least we know that there's a way we can do a down only sort of design, and that involves us making more redstone torches. Lovely. I love dealing with redstone, as you can clearly tell. I am definitely not having a bit of a hassle looking at this. Glass block should work, no? Instead of slabs, you can try glass. I'm trying to like having to follow like well, I have to make like some sort of like redstone ladder, and there are certain ladders that only go up or down only. And so far, what we did was on only up like sort of ladder, so not helpful. So we're gonna go with a different design that is down only. So hopefully, it should work. Anyway, I'm doing good. Thank you for thank you. What about 𝗦ście𝗰𝗶𝗹? I'm doing pretty nice as well. I'm far from like doing whatever the frick this is, but anyway, I'm doing okay. Alright, let's see if this... Oh my god, I don't have any freaking blade torches left. Okay, anyway, this is what we call a problem in terms of resource management, and I just turned all the... Whatever, it doesn't matter. Okay. You go over here. Nom 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 nom. Okay. So, the redstone and torch ladder, which works downwards, works something like this. You will have redstone signals like going down like so. This one would deactivate around here. I don't know if I want to put it in that way. But it'll deactivate down over here. I don't have any blocks. What the frick? I need more stone brick blocks. Anyway, problem solved. Let's quickly see if this would work. I don't know if this would work at all. Now, this is such a tight space to, like, well, really activate anything, so this is not really that helpful. Where is the thing that I need to activate? There it is. So I need to have an, no, I don't want to use... Do we use, like, Yeah, we use an observer for that, I think. I think we use, like, some sort of observer thing. No, what we can just, do is just have a link towards this, using, like, a repeater, as far as I know. Yeah, you can just use a repeater for this. Have that link down over there. Okay. Theoretically, this should work. I hope. I think with this redstone knowledge... that it's extremely basic, this should work. Is the minecart put into the right position? Yeah. So if we do this... Why you not work? Okay, anyway, this is not going very well. What? How are you not working? Is a pulse too fast for you? Is a freaking pulse way too fast for your freaking oh my god. Okay. An observer pulse is way too fast to detect. Wait. I'm such a freaking idiot. I can easily just use an observer freaking ladder instead. I am such a freaking idiot. Oh my god. That is like the most simplest thing that you can work on if you're trying to like yeah, if you're trying to like transfer like a single pulse, like an observer pulse sort of signal, the best thing you can do is just build an observer ladder. Why the frick is my brain this, Then again, I haven't really worked that much of redstone, so I'm not really into, like, the common knowledge sort of things that you need to do. But yeah, gotta love different mechanics of redstone. Okay, anyway. So what we can do is a redstone, observer ladder, just like so. Well, technically we can, yeah, well, I might as well just put, like, redstone in between, because that'll be a little bit more easier. So we could just do that. And then it goes down to that. Goes down like that. And in theory, it will pass down the pulse signal like so. And hopefully nothing is going to go horribly, horribly wrong. I hope. I'm going to hope nothing goes horribly, horribly wrong. Alright. Is that fully set up? Yep, that's fully set up. With this observer sort of like thing, it should work. As you can clearly tell, I'm a genius in setting these things up, even though I should have known that this would be the only solution, considering it's only a pulse signal. Whatever. It doesn't matter. I have solved the problem by being stupid initially and then solving the problem eventually. More of the story is if you're learning like a certain part of the field of playing Minecraft, do your homework, do some studying, so that way you don't have to waste so much time having to like figure out a redstone thing that could just be easily solved like that. But it works now, and I'm happy. It finally works. The thing actually works the function that we wanted to do, and I am, yeah, I'm just happy, I guess. There really isn't much of a moral lesson. I guess the moral lesson is, of course, do your homework. So don't slack, and do your research and homework. Alright, anyway. So let's do like a proper full test to make sure we're not going crazy. And as you can see, we get our sugarcane. So this is basically the sort of design completely that we need to, yeah, the sort of complete-ish like module design that we need to basically copy and paste through multiple different areas in order to make sure it fully works. I think we can actually fit in like one other, well, I don't know if we actually could fit in like another like farming module at the end, but that could be probably doable. I'll probably do some testing maybe off stream or something to see if that fully works. But in theory, this farm, completely operational. Full down, no problems. Hands in the air, this is shuriken robbery. It says GG bro, little dude. Amazing. But anyway, in theory and practicality, it should work. Everything is tested, everything is working, the shuriken is growing, and it's easily not going to lag out everything. We just have to make sure that we have a good supply of all these materials so we can make this unloader thing. It's super easy, super straightforward. As long as the redstone stuff is going to be working, we should be hunky-dory and fine, hopefully. The biggest worry now is that we need to set up like a storage system and also account for the fact that there's going to be multiple floors of these farms that we need to collect sugarcane for. So yeah, test one of it. No, I already tested this. This works. So basically, we now have to copy and paste this. So would it be easy to copy and paste? Is there going to be more technical hurdles? Stay tuned for more of these wacky endeavors by yours truly, FoxNZ, by joining the Wacky Discord server. So that way you get notified immediately when the next stream goes live and when more of these wacky things happen. So join the Wacky Discord server right now if you guys haven't joined the Wacky Discord server. So that way you can see whether or not this entire system fails, and then I cry and then huddle into a corner and fall into a deep depression. I have no idea. But it works. But shout out to 𝗦𝗏 for the tileable design, which I have to edit a bit of it, so make sure it only works one use and not on a loop, because I'm that much of a picky person and stuff like that, whatever. And it probably is not the best design, but hey, at least it works. And yeah, again, join the Wacky Discord server, so that way you get notified of more of these wacky streams immediately when they go live. So if you guys enjoyed this very wacky redstone session, then yeah, I don't know if you guys want to see more of these, because this is getting kind of a bit tedious after a while. But anyway, I'll see you guys again later at another time at around this, roughly around the same time on Friday or Thursday, depending on where you live. And yeah, we'll start building more of these things, and hopefully nothing goes horribly, horribly wrong.